Let's talk about something, alright? So let's do this. Now it's only going to be a couple weeks by now for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X to be released. And for today, I want to talk about their slightly cheaper version of console, aka the digital edition for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S. So I'm just going to say about if it's worth it to be bought or is it just a straight up trash. So let's do this. Now let's talk about how much less space that Series S take compared to the gigantic Series X. PlayStation 5 and Series X are insanely huge, like gigantic huge. Seeing it from the tall they are and about how thick they are, we can agree to that. Some of us gamer who bought console has a reason for that. We don't want to store a huge ass thing to play on like a PC because we all know it's really complicated and stuff. This might create some problem for us that don't have a lot of space on our table or basically any place you want to store your console. Now this is where the Series S come to place. With the sleek design and 60% smaller than the Series X, you can save a lot of space on your table or shelf. And if you put it vertically, there's a possibility that you can put it under your TV. It depends on how close your TV on your table. So you will have not this kind of struggle as much as the Series X owner. So if you want to put it everywhere, it's entirely up to you. PlayStation 5, the digital edition one, and the Xbox Series S both are fully digital, so there's no Blu-ray disc player inside of it. Yeah, that's kinda the downside of both of this console. So if you guys don't have a good and stable internet connection or you guys have a lot of Blu-ray discs lying around that you guys wanna play inside of it, yeah, I don't recommend you to buy this for people like you. But if you people like me that just download every single game that you have and your only purpose of buying the console in the first place only to play games, these both consoles are definitely perfect for you. There's another downside about Series S. Now, Xbox Series X provide us with the 1TB custom NVMe SSD, and the PlayStation 5, both the digital edition one and the standard edition one, they have the 825GB custom NVMe SSD. But the Series S, unfortunately, they only provide us with the 512GB custom NVMe SSD. For me personally, it's a very small amount of storage because AAA games nowadays are insanely huge, like huge. Take an example like the Call of Duty Modern Warfare and the Red Dead Redemption 2. Both of these games alone can fill up the Series S storage almost entirely. I mean, like, you can buy the expansion card, but the expansion card is kind of pricey and I definitely don't want to spend $219 only for an expansion card to get more storage, duh. But at least they still allow us to connect the external hard drive from the console to our hard drive. We all know that Series S are a lot more affordable than the Series X, so it is understandable that Series S is not as strong as the Series X. I'm not trying to say that it is a weak console. I mean, it's still a powerful dang console, but well, at the end of the day, we get what we paid. Now for the specs. PlayStation 5 Digital Edition pretty much has the same specs as the standard one. But for Series S with the Series X, now this is kind of different. Series S use custom Zen 2 8 cores at 3.6 GHz. For the GPU, now this is the thing that makes Series S very different with Series X. Series X has a custom RDNA 250 CUs at 1825 GHz and has 12.15 teraflops. And for Series S, unfortunately, they only have custom RDNA 220 CUs at 1565 GHz and they only have 4 teraflops. Now with all the CPU and with the GPU that the Series S, they targeted at 1440p at 60 fps up to 120 fps. For the price, Series S is going to be sold at $299 at retail, $200 cheaper than the Series X. For a generation console, that is a steal, dude, to get a next generation console at that price. So, what we can conclude about the Xbox Series S and PlayStation 5 Digital Edition? Well, if you're looking for an affordable console and prefer fully digital console with great graphics on high frame rate, both these consoles are for you. So I guess that's it for today's video. It might a little bit short for today's video because To be honest, I actually just want to talk about Series 8 in the first place, so there's not much a lot of things to say about that console. So yeah. Anyway, if you guys like this video, to make sure to drop a like and subscribe to me if you guys want more of this kind of console, because I upload videos 1 week regularly. So I guess that's it for today's guy, and bye.